Are you thinking about testing your house for mould? Well, before you do, here are a couple of tips you should know. Firstly, mould is caused by moisture, and this can be in the form of liquid water, such as flooding or rising damp or water coming in from the roof, etc. Or it could be due to water vapour, such as living in a high humid climate or because of steam as a result of bathing activities or using humidifiers. The most important thing that a mould testing technician and building biologist will do is take a comprehensive environmental exposure history to identify where there's been moisture in various parts of the house, so water events like floods, drainage issues, but also things like, are there pests unique to the property? Because we know where there are termites, there are frequently water damage related issues. They then should take a comprehensive visual inspection from the outside, working their way in, to identify where moisture can penetrate the building envelope, to assess the adequacy of drainage, and of course to look for things like missing roof tiles that could allow moisture to come into the built environment. The visual inspection should also involve identifying any sources of dampness or odour unique to various rooms within the house, looking for visible mould, as this is an important marker that is directly correlated with health effects like asthma, allergies and fatiguing syndrome. They should also use a moisture meter to map moisture, because if there's elevated moisture in building materials, this will support microbial growth, and this is where the problem could be coming from. Once they have done their visual inspection and taken a comprehensive environmental exposure history, they'll have a hypothesis as to if there is moisture a problem in the home and where the active growth could be coming from. In order to test that hypothesis, it is critical that they then undertake testing. This will involve air sampling, potentially dust and or surface sampling, because without that, they will not know the extent of fungal particulate has spread throughout that building envelope. Only by establishing that can they then determine the way in which that house needs to be remediated and what needs to be done to bring it back to condition 1, which is normal fungal ecology. Once the results come back from the lab, they need to analyse it and compare it with relevant exposure standards. And what they're looking for is changes in fungi from the outside control sample to the inside. In particular, looking for pathogenic fungi like Aspergillus, Penicillium, Chaetomium, Cladosporium, and even Stachybotrys, which are unique to water-damaged buildings. Once they've collated that data, they then should provide a report which explains, with a focus on where the sources of moisture are coming from, their professional opinion as to what it means, and more importantly, recommendations. Recommendations will generally involve referring to a licensed plumber, to a drainage or hydrologist specialist, potentially a ventilation engineer, or even a IICRC mould remediator. Now, with the remediator, it is absolutely critical that the IICRC mould remediator shows you their card, because often what happens with remediation companies is the manager does the course, but the technicians who are doing the job have no formal training in doing this. So make sure you ask the person doing the remediation that they can show you their up-to-date applied microbial remediation IICRC card. When it comes to your mould testing technician or building biologist, get them to show you their ACES certified mould testing card. This demonstrates that they have conducted a nationally government accredited course, which is 150 hours long. It is the only government accredited course in mould testing, and it shows that they have the knowledge and the skills and field experience to be able to test that water damaged environment. For more information, refer to my website buildingbiology.com.au or moldtesting.org.